Welcome to Southern Click Confessions.
Yeah, I can't do that shit.
Oh my god.
There's our content right there. Welcome back to another episode of Southern Click Confessions. If you're new to our podcast, this is where us three ladies just kind of chat it out about weddings, things in the wedding industry, and stuff.
Everything else.
And stuff.
Scooting my chair up.
Yes. We come with a warning label. This is not really a family podcast, but it is what it is.
Cheers to that. Pinkies up.
One day, we're going to have mimosas. Because I believe, we're probably going to record most of these on Sundays, and I think Sundays are for Jesus.
We're meant for mimosas.
Jesus and mimosas. Really, Jesus and brunch. And what's a brunch without mimosas?
This is true.
It's not and Bloody Marys, but, I don't
I
get
was
down.
about to say, I got a Bloody Mary at brunch last weekend.
But I don't get down with the Bloody Marys.
Oh, I do.
Because here's my thing on a Bloody Mary.
I like the fixings, that's it.
Either I'm going to eat a salad or I'm going to get drunk. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that at the same time.
But I don't like all kind of stuff in mine. I just like the taste. Really?
I'm not a Bloody Mary
tomato
drinker.
person.
Oh, I love tomatoes.
I do too, but I'm just not a Bloody Mary girl.
Yeah. It's okay. It's a preference.
Yeah, and
Gives
my
me
mimosa
heartburn.
is really.
Well, that's another thing too. Some people just they can't drink like that red tomato juice.
Yeah, and my mimosa is champagne with a splash of orange juice.
See, mine's a little bit more orange juice than champagne. I don't like to.
Oh, no. It's a splash of orange juice and just a dribble of grenadine. It gives it a little sweeter flavor to it.
I've started doing
And it looks like a sunset.
champagne and pineapple juice.
I don't
so
do
good.
pineapple. See, look, I'm a very, very simple drinker. I don't do pineapple. I don't like pineapple. So I'm really only beer, vodka, wine.
Yeah, I could do
That's it.
like a seltzer. I like Malibu and pineapple juice.
See, I don't do
I
rum.
haven't done
I don't do
Malibu and
whiskey.
pineapple since
I'm not a big drinker though. So I really don't
me
drink.
neither. I mean, if I want to go hard, I'll do shots of Fireball.
I used to be, but
Right.
I'm allergic to cinnamon, so I can't.
Oh, sucks for you.
Drink
No,
Fireball.
but I mean, I did so much drinking in my 20s.
Well, yeah, me too.
I drank for a lifetime in my 20s.
Still in my 20s, but when I was in college, I'm still in college.
Try again, Beth.
But
Try again.
when I first got into college, and I was 18 before all my friends.
Yeah.
Summer going into senior year, I turned 18, so I was going out and doing. I just got over it quicker than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I bartended for 4 years, so
I
my
did
whole
too,
life
yeah.
revolved around alcohol for a hot minute, and then I just don't anymore. I don't like the hangover. I love drinking the
I
day
don't get
of.
hungover.
It's the next day. Well, and I'm 37, so once you hit your 30s, Beth, the hangovers hit different.
they 42 hours instead of 4
4.
hours.
Yeah, they hit different. And I had a couple experiences in my 30s to where I was brutally hungover, and I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it again.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
really
Worst
get
part about
sick
drinking.
either when I drink. I just feel like shit the next day.
Well, yeah, and we have to adult the next day, and nope, done. I'm good. I know my limit, and then when I hit it, I'm done.
That's why I had to stop drinking seltzers. The hangovers were getting terrible.
Yeah, no, for real, I can't
Yeah.
do it. So we had an exciting weekend.
We did.
We had a fabulous wedding at the White Magnolia.
Yes. For two of my high school friends, it was beautiful. And they've been together for years, since we were, I think either maybe 8th or 9th grade, or it might have been 10th. I don't remember how long, but they've been together. I actually went to from pre-K to middle school to high school with the groom. Mm-hmm. And then I met the bride in high school. We all graduated together. So it was very sweet. It was very bittersweet to see, people I grew up with getting married. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I would say in that whole situation, the bonus for us was doing the wedding for people that we knew.
Right.
Because that venue is just out
Drop
of
dead
this
gorgeous.
world.
It's beautiful. It's so the inside of the reception hall is so I don't want to say rustic because it's not rustic. It's just very elegant. It's got the wood ceilings, the wood everywhere, the wood columns. And the girls get ready upstairs and the grooms get ready upstairs across the hall from each other. But they never see each other. They never saw each other because it's very secluded. But they're all in one place. You don't have to worry about going here and going there. And this was the first time I shot a wedding there. I've been there for weddings,
Right.
but when my cousin got married in 2020 over there, the wedding ceremony
Shout
was
out to
out.
D.
Yes, shout out to Darian. The wedding ceremony was outside.
Yes.
But they actually tore that all down, and they got married inside the chapel this weekend. It was beautiful. So I got some good footage for that.
Yes, I know. I can't wait to see like the end result. Like I'm pumped to see that highlight video.
Yeah. And then Kayli came with me.
Oh God, it was my first time videoing.
Yes, it was her first time videoing. I needed a second shooter and kind of working on that. So if any of you out there have experience with videography and would want to be a second shooter for me, let me know.
Yes, you have to know your way around a camera though. That is our one requirement.
Right, and I was glad that Kayli shot it with me because we dance around each other so beautifully. Even the first wedding I did for
Yeah.
Alexis with you, I didn't have to worry about a thing. I just danced, and you danced
Yes.
with me. And
It's a dance.
yeah.
We'll talk about that dance in like probably a couple different episodes. But while we're talking, like some of my favorite venues are not the big elaborate ones.
Right.
Like one of my favorite venues is the Cane Field here in Thibodeau. Like it's really Raceland-ish, but it's on Highway 1 and they call it the Cane Field because it's set out in the Cane Field. And it's a barn, but it's built to look like a barn and they call it the barn. But it's really got like great bones. And so a little bit of context about the Cane Field, which is funny. And look, this is not a plug for the Cane Field. This is not an advertisement. It's free marketing for the Cane Field, I guess, because it's one of my favorite places to shoot. But the girl, like the family who owns it, one of their daughters was a photographer. So you can tell that this building was built with the photographer's mindset because all of the walls are white. The ceilings are high. There's little square windows all along the top of the side walls to let all that natural light come in. It's very light and airy. It's the space, you can tell, had some photographer's input because there are venues like Nico Bella is a place that it is a beautiful venue. It's out in Morgan City. It's on the water. It's downtown Morgan City. It is a beautiful venue, but it is a photographer's nightmare because the walls are like an orangey wood color and there's like brick columns and the ceilings are black. And as photographers, when we using flash in a reception, you got to bounce it off of a lighter surface. You need to bounce off the white. So there's no white walls to bounce off of, and there's no white ceiling to bounce off of. So you're bouncing off of bricks.
Right.
And so you're bouncing light off of bricks, which is throwing like a ugly
Different
orange
color.
ambient light
Right.
on the people. So it's a beautiful venue. It's a photographer's nightmare.
It would be the same thing for me. It would be hard to video in there. I have a light that I attach, but it would contrast all those ugly warm colors.
It's a difficult place to shoot.
And it's also like when footage, because I know it's both for both of us. When I look at footage like outside or in a room like this with white light, with white walls, it looks great. And then you get to like a certain part of the day and you're like, this footage all looks horrible.
Yes.
I'm actually in an issue with that right now because of my fiasco at a wedding a few weeks ago with the officiant being 30 minutes late. It was supposed to start at 5:30. We didn't start till after 6. And just within that 30 minutes, the sun set and it was right in everyone's faces. So a lot of that footage was I had to go through and try to fix the lighting. Some of it I couldn't fix. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, there's a lot of work in post you have to do to try to like get it right. But sometimes like that's why in our contract we talk about lighting situations because the light is what it is. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and it was outside. I couldn't do anything about it.
Right. There's
a
nothing
light
you can do
wouldn't have
about
helped me, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
What's some other venues I love? I mean, Nottoway is one of my favorite places for
Nottoway's so
bridals.
pretty.
Homa's House is my favorite place for bridals.
You know where a lot of people started going recently? The LSU Botanical Garden. I've noticed a lot of people my age more recently are doing their engagements and stuff over there. It's beautiful. I had a friend that did her bridals there last year, and they came out beautiful.
Yeah.
We did engagements at Oak Alley, and
Oh,
came
yeah,
out
for Caroline and
recently-
Tyler.
Yes, I recently fell in love with
Those-
Oak
I
Alley.
love Oak
So
Alley.
good.
It's so timeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I recently fell in love with Oak Alley, and I love it. And I love it because it's so close to my house.
Yeah.
That too.
You know.
I used to sing there a lot. Whenever they had the festival, the Oak Alley Festival, they had one in the spring and one in the fall, I believe. I would sing there every year. It was my favorite festival to go and sing at because
love that.
I would go get the kettle corn and go around
Yeah.
and shop. Loved it. And you
Yeah.
see all kind of people you know over there.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. No, I love, where else? Like,
I'm shooting at the not the Fairfax house. That was Alexis's wedding.
Arlington.
Arlington. I'm excited to shoot there. It's beautiful.
Arlington is a little low-key vibe, but it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I did bridals at Arlington, and they came out gorgeous. I did them for my cousin's wife. Well, she's now his wife. Arlington is pretty.
That's how that works.
Yes, that's how it works. Anything in St. Francisville too. Like
Yeah, St. Francisville is
is
so
just
pretty.
So pretty.
Gorgeous. St. Francisville is amazing. I mean, they have Hemmingbow, they have Rosedown, they have God, what is it called?
I used to sing at the Frisco Fest too in
There's
St.
a-
Francisville. It was
There's
fun.
love St.
there's a
Francisville.
garden. There's like a little garden place. Oh my God, Shelby Domain, Shelby and oh God, Shelby Domain. I did your engagements there.
Like you're talking to her right now.
Yes, Shelby. If you send me what the name of that place was where we did your
Right now. Not
your-
tomorrow,
your
right now.
engagements. It was beautiful. Did stuff there. Just anything in San Francisco is gorgeous. It's a hike though. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
hike.
it's up there.
Now, Abby, we did her bridals
In Alabama.
freaking Alabama.
Yeah.
At Bellingrad.
They were beautiful though.
It was like a 3.5 hour drive. Like, no, I will go anywhere and take pictures. Like, I honestly
Right.
will. Hands down, best place I've ever been.
It was
And
beautiful.
they gave
That
us
experience of
They
it
gave
all.
us the grounds the whole day. We had all day. We froze
Wow.
our asses off, but hands down.
Oh yeah, her
Best
bridals
place.
were to die for. And that old church that y'all went into was beautiful.
Yes, that was like probably the best place I've ever done bridals in my
I
entire.
don't think I've seen those pictures. I have to go look them.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
Gorgeous. I mean, and Abby.
Abby's easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Abby's
I know. She made it so easy. This week's confession, we'll do dream weddings, and we'll do 3 of your must-haves, like what kind of vibe you want, 3 of your must-haves, and 1 thing you will absolutely not have at your wedding, okay? My dream wedding would be very elegant, minimalist, like simple but elegant and very classy. I mean, I'm kind of a classy girl. I think I've come into my
Call that
classiness.
bougie.
I think I've come, but no, like it doesn't really have to be like.
weird.
There would be some level of bouginess there, but I'm not like over the top.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're not extra.
No, like I would just go with like a regular venue and just deck it out. But it would be very minimalist, very like elegant, simple, classy, timeless, that vibe. My 3 must-haves, I have to have a blush wedding dress because I don't want to wear white. I have to have real florals. I want real flowers. And I have to have a badass photographer. Like I want a badass photographer. Like,
Period.
yes, period, end of story.
Like pay whatever.
Yes, there is no budget for
I
the
was about to say,
photography.
there
for
is
my-
no budget.
There
Yeah.
is
That's
no
how
budget
I
for the
feel. I don't.
photography for my wedding.
When my dad gives me my budget, if I want my videographer and photographer to if it has to max me out at some point, then it's gonna max me out at some point.
Correct.
'Cause
Like
I want to have footage and pictures to remember.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yes.
That's the most
If
important.
I'm gonna pay all this money to do all this, I'm gonna have evidence of
And
it.
that day is so fast paced.
Yeah,
so
and I'm
you have
not gonna
nothing to look back on.
Right.
Yeah, like sometimes even when I'm shooting and Kaylee's like, "How'd the wedding go? Or what happened? Did anything go wrong? Did anything go? How did whatever?" I'm like, I can't remember.
I have no.
no, it's a
idea.
blur.
Yeah.
It's a blur. It
I
really
really-
is
I
a
don't
blur.
even
The whole
remember.
day is like, oh my god, oh my god.
And then when you're back to back every weekend, you're like,
yeah,
"Did that happen at this wedding or the last one?"
yeah, they kind of all become one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my absolutely will not have at my wedding, people of the world, do not come for me. Everything that we say in this podcast is simply our opinion. It is not a passage of judgment at
Disclaimer.
all. That's the little disclaimer. But the one thing I will not have at my wedding is children. And I have a bunch of children in my family. Like my cousins all have babies.
You have children.
I have children, and I love them. They'll be at my wedding, but I will not have little kids at my wedding because I don't know what child in the beginning of time started the trend of running back and forth in a reception hall. And what parent thought that it was acceptable?
It's the parents that don't tell their kids to chill out.
Well, none of them do.
It's
And
like,
then
you see me try, like someone's paying me to do this, and you see your kid's
Well,
about to knock me over.
Well, here's the thing. And then, like, there was maybe little Johnny decided that he was going to throw a little razzle dazzle on that trend, and he's going to run across the reception hall and slide. Like, what? And I just have this recurring vision in my head of
Nightmare.
a child, little Johnny,
Shout out to little Johnny.
Hey, little Johnny.
running and sliding into my light stand, knocking into the cake, and the cake is ruined. Or
And there's no pictures of it. There's no
about to say,
videos of it.
before
They
we
didn't
get
cut the
pictures.
cake.
like yes, and so out of respect for the people that I have paid to be at my wedding, I am not gonna have children of a certain age at my wedding. It's nothing against the people who do. The first hour of a wedding reception is quite stressful. You're dealing with drunk groomsmen. You're dealing with a whole wedding party that does not want to be at a cake table taking photos. It's already kind of like
It's
pulling teeth at that
fast-paced.
point to get them to get these photos taken because they're ready to party.
Right.
And so there's just this added stressor of children running in and out of the frame or navigating around. I've had a wedding where I have corrected children.
Oh, I've seen
Like,
it.
I've corrected children, like, can you stop? Can you stop? Don't run right here. And I'm thinking to myself, where is your mama? Like, where is your mama?
Not there, probably.
Oh, they're there. They just not there.
They're at the
Like,
bar.
where's your mama? Like,
Or like, I would never allow my kid to do that though.
well, no, it's just too much of a hazard. And I hate to say that children are a hazard, and I don't want to harp on this, but like, there's probably at least $600 worth of cakes in this reception. There's thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment for us. And yes, we insure all those things, but we can't insure a wedding day.
Or a cake. Once a cake's ruined, a cake's ruined.
Exactly. So out of respect for the people that I am going to pay that have to be at my wedding, I do not want children at it because I don't want my photographer to have to dance around children all night. Or I don't want my cake to be in jeopardy of something happening. And I've never seen it happen, but it doesn't mean it can't.
Right.
Point blank, end of story. So that is like my will not have at my wedding, but that's like my must-haves at my wedding. What about you, Sadie?
I have always just wanted a destination wedding, but like I want like a 4-hour wedding and like a 5-week honeymoon, aka a vacation.
Right?
Like I save your money on the wedding. Just let me have like a week of vacation, because that's just all I want. I feel like a wedding's so stressful. Life is so stressful. Kids, school, everything. I just need like,
You want a break?
yeah. And
You want to soak it up.
yes. And like we said, weddings are so stressful. It's
It's
fast
for
paced.
one day.
Yeah, it's fast paced, and that would be my dream. I want to go to like Bora Bora, have a beach wedding, take all the pictures, have a blast, and then soak it all in after.
Right.
But definitely have the best photographer and videographer, like we said, because without that, it's just memory.
Right.
Like you have
Yeah.
nothing to take from it besides those pictures.
Right.
Yeah. What is your will not have at a wedding? Like, what is something you don't care about? You don't need it.
Oh, the dance, the intro dance.
Oh, like the bridal part, like the intro dance into the
Oh
reception
yeah,
hall?
I
or-
can't hit that.
No.
I'm not a fan of that.
I'm not doing it. It's so
It's
awkward.
the ones on TikTok that I see of people walking their bridal parties, walking in, and whoever they walked down the aisle with and they walk in with, they have to do a TikTok dance. It's so cringy.
They have to do a
They're
dance period. I'm like,
grown.
I don't know this person. Don't make me
Yeah.
slow dance with them.
Like honestly, I prefer when it's just the groom and the bride walk in.
Yeah.
It's their moment.
Yeah.
It's not about the bridal party.
All right, put on Lil Boosie and let us all dance. I'm good
Yeah.
with that. But don't make me slow dance.
Right.
I just don't like that. Never did.
Yeah.
I'm just weird like that though. I have
But no, they're-
anxiety, social anxiety.
Yeah.
Don't make me touch nobody. Just
Yeah.
stay over there.
Yeah, and like, can we stop? I mean, look, it's fine if you like it. Again,
We're not gonna
here
say
we go.
anything.
Yeah,
Can
we're
you-
not
Can we
judging.
please stop have bridal? Can we stop the trend of bridal parties walking in to "Bring 'Em Out" by Jay-Z?
That yeah.
I mean,
You can only hear "bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out" so
Yeah.
many times before you're like,
Can we
"Who we
not?
bringing?
Can we
Who's
stop
coming
bringing them
out?
yeah,
Can we not
stop
bring them?"
that? I'm over it. I'm so over
Yeah.
"Bring 'Em Out" by
But yeah,
Jay-Z.
if I had to choose, it would definitely be a destination/beach wedding.
I don't want a big wedding. But there are certain things that I want to have. There are certain things that I will not have.
And even though in my old age and we talk about hangovers recently, I just like a party. Like I want
Yeah.
to have fun.
yeah, you want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like this is a stressful day. I'm never doing this again. If
Right.
I ever do it.
Right? No, I'm with you. I'm a be too old to do it
Fingers
twice.
crossed.
I'll be too old to do it twice because I didn't even do it once
I
yet.
want to
So
have fun.
yeah, No, for real. I get it. What about you? Dream wedding. Must-haves, will not have.
I know that the lace is not in, and I don't particularly want lace, but I'll actually just show you. I have a screenshot right here. I am totally into the applique dresses with the applique coming, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's almost like 3D. Like the little fabrics that come off the dress almost. I'll just show you, look.
Hey,
And
Colby, if you're listening, she's screenshotting wedding dresses.
Oh, he probably already knows.
Screenshot rings, wedding dresses,
She
flowers.
probably already knows. How long have y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
See how beautiful. So this isn't really applique, but
Okay,
yeah.
look
yes.
how
It has
beautiful
some
that
dimension.
is.
It has some dimension.
Look how pretty.
Yo, that is
like
pretty.
I don't
That's
know
pretty.
if you guys can see this, but oh my goodness, it's beautiful.
Colby. Well, no,
It's that
Colby,
Lynn and
he's-
Jolie right there too. So that's one of my things. I don't care what people think about my dress. I'm not bringing all kind of people with me to get it,
Right.
but that's what I want. Another thing is I want flowers everywhere. I want my flowers to be real, my bridesmaids to be real, but I don't care if the flowers are fake at my venue. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Your photographer does.
But like, is it really that?
It makes a
What
difference.
about the silk flowers?
Makes not as pretty.
I don't care though.
You just want flowers.
Because I'm not necessarily going to be standing in front of all the flowers at my venue to take pictures. They'll be in the background and kind of not going to be in focus. But like, I'm not spending thousands of dollars on real flowers to just throw away the next day because I want them around my
I
venue.
will. I love them. I think they just so gorgeous.
And like y'all said, a videographer and photographer, best of the best is what I want, especially my video. I want my video to look like a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what Beth
And-
strives to do.
Yes, I that's what I tell my brides. I just want everything to look like go with the flow. That's why I like to dance around the photographer because they're setting the person and the groom and the bride up and the wedding party up already. So I'm just going in behind you and getting what you just got. And then my absolute will not have is I don't think anyone does this. I think this is just me, but when I'm doing my first dance with my husband, with my dad, and him with his mom, I want it to be silent. I don't want to hear anybody talking, and I know that's kind of.
That's gonna be a hard.
It is gonna be hard,
thing
but
to accomplish.
okay. So
So you can't have children at your wedding because they're gonna be running around you.
I don't mean like, but I don't want everyone like if you're gonna talk, go by the food in the other room because I'm probably gonna have my reception at the Foundry. Family, friends, and I love the Foundry. It's not a place that you really have to decorate a whole lot because it's beautiful with the brick and everything and the white columns. But I definitely want. I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
You want silence.
I want it to be so like the band area and the reception area is in a different. I don't know if you've ever shot there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Well, yeah.
Tons of times.
Well, and then the food's all in the other other bars. So if you want to talk and go visit with everybody, because I know I'm gonna have a big wedding. I mean, me and Colby both have big families,
Right.
But I want silence. I want to be able to. If you want to watch me and my dad dance, especially for my dad, because
Right.
I want that moment to be about me and him. And I hate that. I hate that everyone just sits there and talks all loud and doesn't pay attention. I feel like that's an important part. Like that's what I look forward to shoot the most is the first dance and with the dad and stuff. And
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things too. I
so
always tear up at the father-daughter
yeah,
dance.
I don't know if I'm gonna accomplish that, but I'm gonna tell my whoever's doing my
Tell the DJ, let him know.
entertainment to be not strict, but be like, hey, we're asking for silence.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard stretch, but I mean, you can maybe do it. You know what's another thing I don't want at my wedding? Again, people, y'all don't come for me, but I'm sorry, dark jeans and not dress pants.
No.
I'm sorry, dark jeans
And
and not
neither
dress
is,
pants.
like-
Do not wear jeans to my wedding or my funeral.
Neither-
When I'm getting married and when I'm dead, do not wear jeans. I'm sorry.
Whenever the guys show up in like the Huck fishing shirts with jeans and boots, I'm like, that's not like what are we? And it's a church wedding. Even if you didn't go to the actual ceremony at the church and you're just coming to the reception, which
Yes.
that makes me mad too. I wish I could have someone stand at the church door, write down the names of everyone who showed up to my ceremony, and only let those people in at the reception.
Yeah, I think
but you
on my-
can't do that.
I think on my invitation, I'm gonna put cocktail attire required.
Yeah,
So maybe I will be a little bougie.
it's
All
your
day.
wedding. I mean,
It's
you
your
know
day.
how funk chaw that looks in the back of photos and videos.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I hate to be that person, but like,
I know.
it's hard to crop people out of videos. Really
Yeah.
hard.
And the thing is if you don't want to come to my wedding because you can't wear jeans, how much do I matter to you anyway?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't wear jeans to my wedding or my funeral. That's just how I feel. The jeans are not accepted at either one of those occasions.
That's fine.
Unless it's like, that's the attire. Or like, that's the vibe of the wedding.
So this is a very opinionated episode.
Yeah.
Which don't come for
I
us.
told y'all.
You say that this one is, but I feel like every episode is going to be
every
really
episode is gonna be
opinionated.
And
yeah.
it will be. But
That's
everybody
the
has their
point.
own opinion.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
an asshole. Everybody has one.
Yeah. What is your...
Hopefully.
So let me ask you this. What is your favorite thing to shoot at a wedding? Like, what's your favorite, like, oh my God, this is my favorite part?
The exit.
Is it because you know we almost done? Or is
Yeah.
it because,
No,
like-
just kidding. The exit of every wedding that I've shot so far, the exit is just like, even though it's a pretend one, it's like, especially the one that we did at the cane field.
Yes.
It was like sparklers, like so many people, so many sparklers. Everybody was like cheering. Everybody was so happy. It was just like, God, this is so fun.
You like sparklers? You like the sparkler exit?
I don't care so much about the exit, like what it looked
It's
like.
the vibe.
Yes,
It's the,
the
energy.
vibe.
The energy. What about you?
Exactly.
You like the sparkler exit, or could you do it out?
I like the sparkler exit because it kind of puts everyone on the sides out of focus because of the bright light.
But you like the the
Yeah.
actual sparklers?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It kind of, especially for video, like it blurs out everyone that's holding them and it just focuses all the attention on the bride and groom coming out. That's why I like it.
I'm different. I'm good if I never do another sparkler exit again.
I just love the energy, like
I do
the
too.
vibe,
I love the way
like
it
you're saying.
looks. It comes out.
And it could be the little freaking light up things.
Yeah.
My thing is like everybody's just so excited. I guess like yeah, it's the end of the night, but like we're still celebrating these two people.
Yeah. No.
One wedding I went
like
to,
exit.
they did lanterns and it was horrible. Nobody could get theirs to light. They were
Yeah.
falling to the ground and it was like, okay, you're
One wedding you had to do like camera flashes, like
Cell phones, because they didn't have anything for to exit, so
Yeah.
we just kind of winged it. One of my favorite exits I've ever seen, I was actually in the wedding. It was my cousin's wedding, Claire. Shout out to Claire. She got married on December 28th. So she got married right after Christmas, and she's a book nerd. She's a bookworm. So she had pages of old books, like the whole aesthetic of it. Her wedding was really, really pretty, but she had old book pages, like she made them into cones,
oh cool.
and she bought like fake snow, and they were all in, like all the fake snow was in there. So like everybody was holding these little cones of like old book pages, and you threw the fake snow, and y'all, her pictures from her exit
I bet that was
were
pretty.
beautiful, like beautiful, because it was like, it looked like they were running in snow.
I'm
It was
shooting a
beautiful.
wedding in December 30th of this year. I'm gonna tell her about
Recommend it. It's freaking
Because
awesome.
she's going all out. She's got all the Christmas trees, and it's gonna
I
be
love
like a
that.
backyard
They
wedding, I
did-
think.
they did
and it's gonna
trees.
be so pretty.
Yeah, no, like, recommend that. Any winter wedding I have, I recommend it, because it's just like the photos from her exit were just gorgeous. That's like and I didn't even shoot it, but it was like hands down my favorite exit ever, I think.
That's
yeah,
pretty.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun at that wedding too.
My sister did sparklers.
Yeah, I'm
I was
good
drunk
if
though. I don't remember.
I'm good if I never see another sparkler again. So my favorite thing to shoot, and this is so random, but my favorite thing to shoot is, I probably have like a couple, but I love the cake cutting because it's not staged. So y'all know this, like a lot of what we do, for those who don't know, a lot of it is staged. So like the zip up for the dress, 90% of the time is staged. Like she's been dressed for 20 minutes, like that's staged. The putting on the earrings is staged.
Shoes.
The shoes are staged. Like all of those little moments are staged. The first look with the dad is not staged, but there's so much prep work going into that.
Right.
Sometimes I'll get like, there's some emotion involved, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Sometimes I have to force the emotion out of the dad because the dad is like so nervous. I think one of our best first looks, and you were with us, the best first look I've ever seen was Alexis with
Alexis.
her dad and her stepdad. They were, all three of them were sobbing. Beth was crying. I was crying because I knew Alexis. I know
tearing up,
Chad,
and
her
I don't
dad.
even know him like that.
I know
I grew
Jeremy
up with
well
Alexis
now.
and all.
Yeah, like I know Jeremy well now, and he low-key hates me when he sees me with a camera. Shout out to Jeremy. But I know Alexis's dad, and I've been knowing him pretty much my whole life. I know his family. And that was a lot of raw emotion, and that was probably like a moment that I'll probably keep in my memory forever. But the cake cutting is like my favorite because it's raw. And the bride's expression, when I go back and edit, the bride's facial expressions for that moment, they're hilarious. I think one day I did a whole post just on like cake cutting and how much I love that moment. And like,
We should do another one.
oh my God, yes. Like, so Tony Landry.
Oh, I loved
Like-
her pictures from her cake cutting.
Yes, like Tony.
Which, not to change the subject, but Tony's flowers were beautiful.
Oh my God,
for
yes.
her wedding.
Yes.
That's what I want. I want the,
Yes.
the bright
She
colored
had a
flowers.
very-
Beautiful.
She had a gorgeous wedding, but like Tony's facial expression was funny. Taylor, Latino,
yes.
her, like all of those girls, because we did that whole little friend group, but all of their expressions were hilarious. And I love, like, because they really don't know what to do.
Right.
No.
And like we direct them through it, and they're like, oh my God. I just love, like, the cake cutting is one of my favorites. One of my favorite things
I
to
can't
shoot.
relate to that. The cake cutting's boring for me because I'm
Right.
just standing there waiting for them to cut the cake.
Yeah.
My favorite is, okay, give or take. I love the first look with dads when dads show emotions.
Yes.
And I know people show emotions differently, but I wish I would have I love when they get teary-eyed and give them a big hug. So I have a love-hate. Like, I love it whenever it's an emotional one, but then I'm like, dang, I wish I could have gotten something out of him. But, you know, everyone's different.
Yeah.
So,
Mine,
Yeah.
that got me the most choked up out of all the weddings I've done so far was he got the gift from his soon-to-be wife, and it was like their love story and like the people they wish they could still be there. And he started crying, and the videographer's next to me, and I'm like, and I'm trying. I was like, can we wait just 1 second?
let me pull myself together real
I
quick.
need to get this picture.
You got a
but oh my
tissue?
God.
Yeah.
Anyone has a tissue?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not supposed to be crying. I'm sorry.
That is so funny.
It was so great though, just to see the raw emotion, because
I-
that again
yeah.
is not scripted.
I
That is-
tear up watching people do first looks with their dads and stuff strictly because I know when I do my first look with my dad, we're both gonna sob. In fact, he told me for my sister's wedding when they did their first look, I was like, Papa, you could cry whenever I get married. And he's like, yeah, tears of joy.
Oh my
So
God.
I know he's gonna cry though.
Yeah.
So, I think that's why I get so choked up because I'm like, oh my God, if this was me and my dad, I'd have to get my makeup redone.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cry walking down the aisle. I'm gonna cry all day.
Have you ever had like the groom walking down the aisle? What is your favorite? What happened? Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to say. At my friend's wedding, Chantel, when she was walking down the aisle, her husband Mike just started clapping, like jumping up and down and clapping.
What?
Yes, she didn't have a videographer and nobody got it on camera. She said that's her biggest regret. But he
That is
just-
why you should always
Always
have a videographer
Plug.
at your wedding.
For sure.
he just started clapping and like
Lost his mind.
y'all, when I tell you I lost it, like what's your best reaction that you've caught at a wedding with the groom and when the bride walks out?
Austin was a good one.
I was about to say, he was like,
He went,
whoa. Like, he
was awesome.
wasn't teary. He was blown, blown
because
away.
Abby looked absolutely
stunning.
freaking phenomenal in her
Stunning.
dress. Yeah.
He was blown away. Like,
I love that.
she was walking down the aisle, and he, in that moment, knew that he was the luckiest man in that church.
But he thinks that every day. He's so in love with
Yes.
her. They're so
Like,
in love.
I love that.
He was like, my wife is smoking hot. Like, he was blown away by her.
They're a fun couple because you've done everything with them. They're engaged. Like, you were there when we were hiding when he
proposed.
proposed.
I
We were
helped.
there hiding, and she was taking pictures when he proposed.
I helped plan it.
I did too. My mom made the sign. It was
Yeah.
awesome. He went all out. I think that if they would have done a first look together by themselves, we would have gotten such a good reaction.
Oh, we
of
would have
him.
gotten good footage out
Oh,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know that she's very traditional, though. She
Yes.
would have. I don't think she would have ever done that,
Yes,
but maybe.
he had a good reaction. I'm trying to think if I had some good criers. We did. So this was me and Lacey. We had a couple out in Plaquemine, Addis area, and it was a we call it JP weddings. Just like we have church weddings and JP weddings. It was a JP wedding. It was everything was in one venue, and we just transformed the venue. And when I tell y'all, when this guy saw his wife come out, like there was like some little curtains, he sobbed. Like
Oh my
he
God.
was sobbing.
It's my dream to catch that on video.
He was sobbing. And it's so funny because every time I go to a wedding, Like if I'm a guest and not working a wedding, I don't look at the bride first. I look at the groom.
Yeah.
I look at the groom.
too.
Do the same
So
thing.
like when my cousin Julie and when Nick and Julie got married, I looked at Nick. But I had already seen Julie because I did her bridals. I already knew what Julie looked like in her dress. So I looked at him the whole time. I was like, oh my God, he's crying, he's teary. But like the Terrio guys in my mom's family are very emotional. Like my godfather sobbed like a baby when he walked his daughter down the aisle. He cried whenever his son got married. Like if I ever do it, I know he's gonna cry when I get married because we're very, very close. But he was pretty emotional, but I always look at the groom whenever the
Me
bride's
too.
walking down the aisle. All the time.
I told my boyfriend that if he didn't clap when I walked down the aisle, that we were gonna have to stop the wedding and start over.
Oh, I have to see. That's why I'm so back and forth on the first look because Colby's very reserved and he's not one to like. He doesn't like to be the center of attention at all. So it's like, oh, I would love to do a first look because I know that I would get his raw emotion, just the two of us, versus coming down the aisle. He's gonna be so nervous. He's not gonna show any emotion. So.
You know what people are doing too? I've been seeing this on like some of the photography groups that I'm in. People posting. I've been seeing couples doing first looks, and instead of they're reading their vows to each other.
Oh, I did that at last weekend. They did that.
Really?
They did their first. Well, they did it right after the ceremony by themselves.
Okay,
So I
yes.
guess it's not the same thing, but
it could be after, it could be before. I'm not there, so I don't know when the chronological order of it.
Right.
But it like they're doing that as part of the first looks because especially in Catholic weddings, you have traditional Catholic vows. So you say those vows. It's that time again because we're not sponsored yet that we give shout outs to some of our people. So shout out to the Selfie Studio Photo Booth Rental Company. Give our girl Emily Couch. I still call her Emily Ortiz. Give our girl Emily Couch a call for all your photo booth rental needs. They're great for corporate events, birthday parties, weddings,
you name it.
everything in between. They have luxury photo booth backdrops and luxury photo props. She has some great packages for really whatever event you are hosting. Give her a shout out. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook. Also, shout out to Rendezvous, the event venue here in Thibodaux. They actually just redid it. I was able to go walk through it a couple weeks ago, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous.
I've heard good things.
Very light and airy. It's beautiful. They've redone a lot of things in there, and they're still working on it. Shout out to Rendezvous. They're a great event space. And so, yeah, give them a call out if you're looking for
Anything.
an event, to host an event.
We've had our class reunions there.
Yeah,
Great
we did
food.
too.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're revamping. They revamped the menu. They've done a lot of different things. So, yeah, give them a call if you need. Put them on your list of places to quote out.
Do we have any fun things planned there soon?
We do. We have some things that we're working with
Under
them.
wraps. They're
Yeah.
under wraps.
We haven't really put but we will be working with Rendezvous in the very near future. So be on the lookout for that.
We could do wedding ASMR with these.
Oh my God, I can't do ASMR.
Me neither.
I can't.
I can watch it, but I can't.
Lily and Lola love ASMR, and I'm like, oh my God, turn this shit off. I
found some
can't do
stuff
it.
on
Like the-
TikTok.
The
Or like,
They're gonna be like, okay, you lost.
psst, we have a secret.
yes,
We have a podcast.
yeah.
If you didn't know by now,
Yeah.
this is episode 2.
If you didn't know by now, at the end of episode 2, we need to talk.
Yeah, because what are you trying to watch? Because obviously
Yeah.
you didn't know if you're on the wrong thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. If you have confessions or if you have something about your
Whatever it
wedding you
is.
want us to talk about, or if you have a question, a confession, or a comment, send it into our Instagram. Again, that's Southern Click with 2 N's. And then, or
Yeah,
send us a Facebook message.
Just DM us on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah,
We'll
our-
get you questions.
Send us stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And we could, all 3 of us could probably talk to a brick wall.
For
or we
sure.
could probably,
100%.
all
We
3 of
are
us.
talking to a brick wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically.
basically. We're talking
I
to
mean,
hands.
I feel like it's hard to mess up a podcast, in my opinion.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's, I
think
mean,
so.
yeah.
There's
Knock on
there's
wood.
something out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be
Might
all right.
not be everyone's cup of tea, but
That's okay. And I'm not trying to be. I don't
no,
ever aim to be everyone's cup of tea.
No, I'm talking about like people doing a podcast. In
Oh,
general.
yeah, I don't
It's
think-
not everyone's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but for us,
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah. And I was a little nervous. Like, I had been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it for months. And then I was kind of nervous. Like when we actually like set all of the equipment up the other day and like we actually like started recording, I was like, but then like
And it
we
was
kind of,
so easy.
yeah. I mean,
So easy to figure all of this out.
Yeah. So
And it was
That's-
fun. Our
yeah.
first episode was super fun. If you haven't seen our first episode, go and watch it.
yes.
Episode 1.
Yes.
Episode 1. What we talked about now? Oh, how did we get here? Episode 1 was like,
How did we all get
here?
together? Yeah.
How did we get together? What's the method to our madness? That was episode 1.
It was like forever ago.
Yeah, and we're gonna get deeper into the process. We're gonna get deeper into the industry. We're gonna get deeper into the process. We just want you to like us first.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna have guests. We're
If
gonna
you
have
don't like us,
you know
yeah,
different
with you.
people
Yeah.
from inside the industry. You know, different categories. and
Yes,
stuff.
we'll have some past brides, some of our past brides. We'll have family members who have been brides. We're doing all the things. We just, before we start giving you our unwarranted wedding advice,
Yes.
we want you to like us first. So,
or not.
or
I mean, you don't have
not.
to.
You don't
We'd
have
like
to.
you to.
Yeah,
that-
we
this
want
is
you
true.
to. We want you to like us. So that's it for episode 2, y'all. We will be with y'all again next week. We've got a lot of things coming up this week, and we'll chat with y'all next
I have a
time.
rehearsal dinner next week. I'm filming.
Yes, I can't wait to hear about that.
I know that's gonna be fun. The speeches and stuff.
Yes, you'll get some raw emotion there.
Definitely. That's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping.
And
Since for
that'll-
Emily Mobile, shout out Emily. Her wedding's next week.
Yeah. Oh, the photo booth is going to be there.
Oh, true.
Photo booth is at Emily's wedding. Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Photo
Shout
booth
out
is there.
The selfie booth.
Yep. So, all right. That's it for episode 2. Hopefully y'all liked it. Hopefully y'all come back for the 3rd, because as we go through this season, it'll get deeper and deeper into wedding planning.
And busier and busier.
Yes.
And crazy.
Never stops. Never stops.
See y'all next
See you
week.
next week.